So, so I've been making videos now on YouTube for almost a year. I've put out over 100 videos. I've had a lot of time to sort of analyze myself, my channel, the content that I'm putting out, the response or the reaction that it's getting. And a part of me looks at it like a puzzle, like when I make a video and I put it out and it sits there for 2 weeks and only gets 5 views, I'm curious. I'm like, what is it about that video that didn't get like any engagement? So I'll go back and like study those videos, and then by the end of the day the video goes from having 5 views to having 9 views because I've watched it 4 times, and I'm like, you know what? People are right. Like, why didn't anyone watch this? Because when I watch this, like, there's nothing there. Like, it's not moving. It doesn't move me. But then it's like, but how did people know before they even watched it? Like, they just knew. So they just didn't click on it. It's weird. And it happens every time. Like, every video on my channel that has a little bit of views, like when I go watch it, there's something about that video. Maybe it's just one sentence that I said that was like, just totally not authentic, totally not genuine. Maybe the whole video I was like simply just coming up with an idea I thought that you would be interested in, like that would be interesting, that would get a lot of people to watch it. Like, I remember making those videos and I remember the intention. I was like caring too much about how many people were going to watch it. So I'm like, make the video with the intention to get a lot of views, and it gets no views, and it's very strange. It's ass backwards. So it really started to make me think. And then I went and I started looking at the videos on my channel that get the most attention. And I discovered this secret. Okay? And the secret is like, everybody treats the secret of YouTube as if it's the algorithm. Like, everything is left up to the algorithm, right? Like, have you ever noticed this? The algorithm is responsible for your growth. You really need to activate the algorithm in your life, you know what I'm saying, to get views. You need to trigger that algorithm to start pushing your video out. But how are you supposed to do that? They make it sound like there's a code word. That like if you get the code word, right, then all of a sudden YouTube starts pushing your content through the algorithm. But that's not really the case. That's not how the algorithm works. The algorithm works based on the click rate, based on the people that view it. How long do they watch it? You know what I mean? What's your audience retention numbers like? How many new viewers are you reaching? What is your outreach, your networking like? It takes all of this into consideration. People will have to do all of this. So maybe a large portion of it is clicks. But it's not the algorithm that generates clicks. It's something about the video that generates clicks. It's just like, once your video proves itself, then the algorithm picks it up and begins to sort of help it along. And there's this force that's sort of behind the scenes carrying you along like a current. But to trigger that algorithm, you must trigger the people. People have to start clicking on your videos. That's why one of the #1 things that people tell you to do is make creative thumbnails. Make interesting, eye-catching, captivating, mesmerizing thumbnails. Attract people's attention and they'll click on it. And clicks are important. If you get a certain amount of clicks, the algorithm may pick your shit up, so people put a lot of effort into their thumbnails. Right? They put a lot of effort in there, maybe too much. Sometimes they begin to think that's all that matters is the thumbnail. As long as they have these great Photoshop thumbnails and they can make people click, that's all that really matters. That's not really all that matters though. Because so many people are just going to click on it. You got a great thumbnail, but your content sucks, so they're going to leave your channel. You're not going to have any audience retention. You know what I mean? But me personally, I don't even pay attention to those numbers. I look at sort of the views, how those views come in, and I question this, and I'm like, let me go investigate. So you're dependent on the people. Like, people have to like your shit. People have to laugh at your videos. You know what I'm saying? If everybody laughs, then it's funny. kind of idea. But you know, you have to trigger the people. Once you trigger the people, then you trigger the algorithm. So to trigger the people, that's a trick. You know what I mean? You can trigger the machine, you can trigger the algorithm in a lot of different ways. You can be a little sneaky bastard and trigger the algorithm, even though it's a very smart system and it knows like what views are real and what views you paid for, which views are authentic, which views are not, right? And is capable of auditing your channel and removing a bunch of fake views or fake subscribers or fake comments even from your channel. So the machine is smart, but you can still outsmart it because you can outsmart people. You see? So you can make people click. You can use all sorts of manipulative attention grabbing tactics, you know what I'm saying? Subliminal messaging. You can constantly alter the angle of perspective to keep people's attention. You know, there you can do all sorts of things to make your videos more interesting. You can begin to talk like this, or begin to talk like a newscaster on the Sunday night news. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can begin to do all sorts of things to try to captivate the people, so you can trick the people. If you trick the people, you can trick the algorithm. But that doesn't work for everyone, because some people feel a moral or ethical responsibility to be genuine or be authentic with what they're sharing on YouTube. So you have to find a way to genuinely and authentically trigger people without manipulating them with these strange, sneaky little tactics, which can be, you know, a hard thing to do, because you have to sell your soul, and what you have to do is cut out your own heart and expose it for everyone. You have to put the contents of your soul out for everyone to look at, and for them to touch, and for them to fondle, for them to manipulate. You see what I'm saying? It's not for sale, but they are going to maybe even spit on it. They're going to take it and do whatever they want to do with it. They're going to say whatever they want to say with it. You're going to paint a beautiful painting, but somebody out there is going to say it looks like dog shit, and that their 2-year-old could have done a better job. You understand what I'm saying? So you're sort of just putting yourself out there for all things, for great things and for bad things, to be doted on, to be adored, and to be persecuted, to be tortured. You see what I mean? So you kind of have to accept that and get over it, and still agree to bare yourself naked. You could say bare your soul for people to see, but either way it goes, you got to sell your soul. But I don't know, it's just an idea, it's just a thing, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't know if I have much more to tell you. Until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.